Click. Click?
You broke it, didn't you? Yo, fuck it, I'm gonna try the stage.
Well, the stage is a bitch. We've been stuck here for what? The past 2 episodes? 3
Wait,
episodes?
Really?
Yes.
I don't think it's been that many.
I guarantee you it has been.
It sure as hell hasn't been 3 episodes. No fucking way.
At least, okay. Nice.
Thank you.
Dug that one, at least. Oh.
Friggin' what?
No, I was just to think about, like... It's so weird when you think about how the whip is his iconic weapon, but they go to such lengths to explain why it is in the PS2 Castlevania. It was Lament of Innocence, I believe it was, and that was the very first Belmont with Leon?
Yo, it's weird, because I was gonna bring that up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because that was actually a retcon.
Oh?
The original Belmont, as originally told, was a woman? I don't know anything about it. The fucking game was a goddamn Game Boy game, from what I was told, right?
Mm-hmm. Shit, I've played all 3 Game Boy Castlevanias. I think I like the 3rd one the most. I remember that one actually having, like... The first one was like, but then the second one they like actually figured out how to like use the Game Boy, so like it actually sounds and looks and plays like Castlevania. And they actually bothered to include sub-weapons. Like the first game couldn't even be bothered to do that, like either because of limitations or something like that. But they fixed that for the second one, and I love that game. It's so basic, but it works really well. And I never, again... Shit. What?
I fucking just wanted to... Oh, fuck.
Oh, you're too... No,
It's fine.
Those.
Crap.
Can we even...
Can I reach that?
I don't... Okay. in classic NES fashion, or SNES fashion.
God damn it!
Having any luck with those things.
It's fine.
It's cool.
Fuck it. We will flail our way to victory. Yeah, I was trying to do the rapid fucking whip, and I just kept doing like a rapid flail, so nothing came out. But yeah, no, I remember Leon Scott Belmont. I don't know, I never played that game, to be honest. I'd meant to, I'd wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't know, maybe it's just... Fuck, how did we deal with this again?
It was... Yeah, no, not that.
Not that, okay.
I want to say we kept trying to jump over it, but that doesn't work either. Like, we just...
We'll give that a go.
Yeah.
It's safer, at least. Yeah, I don't know. Might just be me being me, but, you know, the idea of, like, the original Belmont being, like, this, badass woman Belmont. I don't know, that's just my game, you know, that sounds real fucking rad to me.
Yeah, no, I could see that totally being awesome. I don't know, like, I remember
The story of goddamn Leon is just kind of like this fucking trash man.
Well, me and my sister extensively played the shit out of that, because one day, back when we were youngsters, we went to a Hollywood Video when that still existed, and they were like, oh man, buy 3 games at once for like $20, and we're like, oh, we gotta take advantage of this. So we ended up picking up Lament of Innocence, Capcom's own entry into the Musou Dynasty Warriors games called Chaos Blade? Chaos Engine? Something like that?
Sure.
I forgot what it was called, but I remember that game too, and then... Fuck, I don't even remember the 3rd game, but... We picked up a whole bunch of them, and we're like, oh, we're so excited, let's play the shit out of these! And we immediately popped in Lament of Innocence, and that was just like...
You're like, this game's not that good.
I don't know. Maybe I need to replay it.
Fuck!
Maybe I need to replay it, or maybe it's just the nostalgia goggles kicking in, but I remember having so
Did you see that shit?
Yes, I saw that shit. Oh god.
Just end me, bro.
I just remember having so much fun with it.
I don't know. I think
to me,
I didn't appreciate it, but then again, I'm one of those guys, you know. I'm like, why they keep trying to make fucking 3D goddamn Castlevanias, dude?
I don't know.
PS2 and onward was this weird fucking area where it was like kind of like you know, you look at fucking Capcom prior to friggin' Resident Evil 7 and they're like, oh, fucking survival horror doesn't sell anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not making survival horror. It's not a profitable market. Just like randomly they decided friggin' back then 2D games, side scrollers, stuff like that doesn't sell. It's not profitable. I'm not gonna get that X.
No. With all these game companies, they know what you want. You don't know what you want. We do.
I don't know. It's just a real fucking problem where it's kind of something we see nowadays with freaking every FPS type's got to be the same shit. Like, oh fuck me. This is specifically not what I want.
Watch out! Nice.
Hey,
What the fuck?
Respawn.
Nice.
We did it.
Well, every FPS is like that because market research says that's what people want.
Yeah.
Even though.
No. I mean, yes, but also no.
Yes and no.
It's like, you know, how do we fucking make a game that's as successful as Call of Duty? Because that's the fucking that's the standard by which we need to measure everything these days.
There we go. Now watch out for this bastard.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't I playing this last time?
Yes. You
Oh yeah.
were.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, let's avoid that
I
again.
keep thinking I can duck that.
Well, you can, but it has to be in the corner.
Yeah. The fuck were we talking about?
Market research.
Yeah. No. You were talking about market research.
Yeah.
I don't think market research has got anything to do with it. It's just a fucking convenient excuse.
Yeah.
Someone says they did market research, and by that they mean they saw what the current top-selling game is, and they're like, let's make that. Let's make something close to that, but won't be nearly as good because you know, it's not that, and everything's going to be compared to that anyway. It's like fucking God of War.
Oh, oh man.
Like people these, you know, we meme these days about, oh, friggin' everything's the Dark Souls of video games. Back then, back in the PS2 era, everything was the fucking God of War of video games.
I read a story about someone who had actually worked on Rise for Xbox, and they were like, they wanted that game to be a God of War killer. They were just so focused on killing God of War. I don't know what they expected, but they're like, oh, it's gotta be a historical epic. It'll be like God of War. It's got all the same things. Got a weird Rise, Son of Rome. Exactly. Basically, you play a Roman soldier. He does the Kratos thing, but there's no super natural stuff. It's all about how he's just a Roman
That's
guy.
another fucking problem, right?
Yeah.
You always hear like, oh, this game's gonna be the Call of Duty killer. It's gonna, or fucking whatever the fuck. It happens in movies too. Like, oh, this will be like the greatest horror movie since Jaws, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you're making something that's similar to something else, you're not going to outdo it, you know?
No, you're not.
You're not going to outsell Call of Duty by being a shittier Call of Duty.
I mean, look at how many fucking games are just trying to copy what the fuck Overwatch. Like God.
Yeah.
And
I was
none
gonna
of them.
bring that up too.
None of them have succeeded because Overwatch has got the fucking market on that one. You can't copy it and expect it to work.
Well, it is Blizzard.
Yeah. Blizzard Activision. Everyone always forgets that it's Blizzard Activision these days, and they've got the money, the pull, and all that other fun stuff that
Yeah, man.
to do that. So it's like, well,
Okay. Well, that happened that way.
what hope do you have? You don't.
Nope. No
Fuck.
chance. That's what you got.
But god damn it, we're gonna try. Cause don't forget, we got other games we gotta defeat Destiny. So how are we gonna do that? Oh, let's call it Anthem. That'll be because obviously that'll be.
What the fuck is Anthem?
Anthem is the new.
God damn it! I tried to time that and I got it wrong.
Anthem is the new sci-fi game from EA that has the same fucking loot system that Destiny does. Because obviously the loot system is what will draw people to this game, right? But you get legendary weapons or rare weapons, and I guess the big focus is that it's like robot suits, mech suits, and you can fly all over the place. I don't know, like I'm trying to think.
So you mean... Wait,
Wait.
are we talking about Lawbreakers?
No, I am not talking about Lawbreakers.
Because that was Destiny with flying.
Really? I mean, they made
Dude, it had the fucking... You remember Destiny 1 had the fucking dunk ball game?
Mm-hmm.
They added that to friggin' Lawbreakers.
God.
They even had a, oh god. There was a fucking commercial voiced by Justin Roiland, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he was doing his fucking Meeseeks-ass voice. Some kind of Rick and Morty type meme voice, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was awful.
What the fuck do you expect?
Like-
It's Lawbreakers.
I don't know, it just seemed like... just completely fucking missing the goddamn point again. I don't know.
Do you ever expect these companies to get the point?
I don't know. I feel bad for Cliffy B. But, I mean, it could have been a decent game, you know? Maybe. If it just wasn't every other game currently on the market. The fucking whole, you know, flight aspect, the whole zero gravity shit seemed interesting, at least, you know? Aerial combat, that's the word I was looking for.
I don't know, but that just kind of reminds me of how, like, the selling point of Brink was, oh, it's got parkour! You can jump over obstacles, and you can, you know, do all sorts of crazy shit like that. And that was, like, the only thing that
The
game...
time clock, but I don't want to die!
Let's pause that for a second.
Alright, first thing that happens when I unpause, I get hit.
It's fine. It's fine.
Doing great.
It's cool. It's fine.
I'm doing
it's cool.
fantastic.
We'll be fine. We got this. that area, that specific swing is just killing you more than ever. Like,
It's not even hard, I'm overthinking it so bad.
Dracula just is like, I'll stop Belmont with these traps. And then one of his underlings goes, sir, why don't we just line the entire spikeway with traps? I couldn't afford it. It's the best compromise between budget and safety, okay? You would be unstoppable if you just created an entire level just filled with acidic quicksand. No one would be able to get to him.
I mean, I guess, but how would he leave his own house?
Fuck!
How would he leave to terrorize the city?
Well, listen, if he's anything like Alucard, he's totally got the...
Holy dick.
He's totally got the mist form ability, doesn't he? Or the, turn into giant bat ability.
He's definitely got a turn into giant bat ability.
Well, he's got the turn into giant bat that hops around and has a glaring weak point between his legs ability.
Fuck.
Oh god. That spider is giving you so much goddamn problems.
It really shouldn't, but I don't know.
Well,
I don't
it's
know,
the
man.
first enemy! You can't let him push you around like that! You're the boss! You've got the whip! You're the captain now! Show him what for!
Does the captain get a whip?
No.
What the fuck kind of ship have you been on, buddy?
Maybe back in the 17th century, when it was their job to literally whip people into shape, but...
Like, actually?
Yeah.
Is that how mutinies happen?
Yes. Actually, you remember Mutiny on the Bounty, right? Like, you know the story of that? No, well,
Am I kidding me?
Mutiny on the Bounty, classic tale about how the English captain decided that these guys need to stop being such pansies and just suck up and do their job. But they hated doing the job, especially because they had spent like the last, month in Tahiti, basically, and they didn't want to do their job. They're like, why the fuck are we going back here when we've got this nice place to be chilling out at? So they got upset, and then they were like, we're going back there. And the thing is that life aboard ships in that day was actually pretty good if you were in Britain, because they would allocate you a shit ton of nice food, and they were making sure that you're well taken care of. Because a sailor that's like got good morale is good for the fucking fleet. They don't want to screw that up. So to have a captain in England's navy be deposed like that, you'd have to have fucked up quite spectacularly to have done so. I don't know, that's your history lesson for the day, folks.
Okay, but what did they do? What did he do?
Aside from basically, mistreating the shit out of his own, soldiers, he, basically, was talking down to them. Like, he thought that these guys were all like, you guys can't do your job, even though they clearly had been doing their jobs for the past year. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't talk like that to the guys that are running your damn ship, especially when they are doing their jobs correctly, but this guy was a hard ass through and through, and he, just was not having any of... Oh. He was just, I don't know what...
I need to give up on the clock.
Yeah. Really?
It reminds me of friggin', Three Kingdoms, the death of Zhang Fei. Mm-hmm. It was like my fucking favorite character in that whole thing.
What happened?
Every fucking depiction of Zhang Fei is exactly the same because you cannot write that character differently. He is just a loudmouth, drunken asshole. It's like, but so much of what went wrong was kind of his fault, or at least so the story tells, Mm-hmm. Like, oh god, what was it? They left a province in his care while they left a province in his care while they went on some other fucking mission, I don't remember. Mm-hmm. So Liu Bei has to take Guan Yu with him, and they leave Zhang Fei in charge, and they're like, okay, so you have, it was like 2 or 3 rules, but the main ones were, don't get drunk, and don't beat your own soldiers.
I'm guessing he broke those within minutes.
Yeah, like, immediately, he's like, I don't even remember what the fuck happened, but he was like, we gotta celebrate. We're gonna have one bowl of wine. Just one.
Oh, that's always how it starts. Oh, what the fuck?
What the shit? Okay.
That's new.
Alright, we're going down here. Because the fuck is this?
This is completely new and unexpected, and what the fuck, game? Nope. Oh, there you go.
Ah, damn it.
What the? Why did this game do this to you?
I don't know.
What did we do
I don't
to
know why
deserve
it
this?
spawned 2 of them. That was some bullshit. This was going so well until that happened. Oh great, these respawn.
Oh god. There we go. Okay.
But yeah, and then I don't know, in the
Indeed.
in the story, he was he got drunk and then he got into a fight with one of his soldiers over something inane and nonsensical. Because he was just fucking wasted.
Great. This sounds like a bang-up guy.
And then, I mean, he's great in just about every other instance, but yeah, apparently, working under him was not the best. Eventually, eventually after the death of Guan Yu, he'd... Oof.
Oh, this part. Got here once.
He, kinda lost his shit. I mean... Oh, fuck. Okay, right, this.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, they both did, not unreasonably, you know? Fuck.
That was, you even get that guy, what the fuck? I don't know, the only thing I am versed in when it comes to Romance in Three Kingdoms is the Dynasty Warriors series, and granted that's not a bad way to be introduced to that, but like I know that
not
it's
the most faithful adaptation,
yeah,
but not the worst either.
like
Yeah. No, I was gonna say real quick. Fucking after Guan Yu's death, apparently, you know, Zhang Fei kind of went on a fucking war rampage. One night, got real fucking drunk. You know, probably got into another fucking fight, and
oh no!
Come on! Please be chicken. Oh, good.
An extra life. We get to prolong the suffering.
And then he was killed in his sleep by his own men.
What an ignoble way to go.
Yeah.
That's the word, ignoble.
Yeah, no,
Inglorious.
Zhang Fei's the same. He's like the one character in friggin' Dynasty Warriors that you could say without a doubt is 100% true to the adaptation.
No.
Actually, probably Liu Bei and most of Shu are not too far off until you get to like the less known characters. I can't go back up, huh?
Nope. Really, you need to do what I do and just jump down several flights. Just do it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You got this.
I don't want.
Oh! Fuck! Well, okay, good.
Fucking dying to spike traps just all the time. Of all the things, nothing but fucking spike traps, man.
This is the most dangerous enemy in this game. Not any of the undead minions that Dracula has sent against you, but it's the spikes. Like,
Is this for real?
diagonal? Can you reach him? Nah, fuck. Kinda. That was way more hassle than it needed to be.
I mean, especially considering I probably could have just flailed at it, but I keep forgetting that's a thing, probably because I hate it.
It does so little damage. I mean, apparently the one time it's super useful is, like, I remember facing Dracula.
Oh, damn it.
Ah, fuck. Like, if you really want to be crazy about it, you can just flail his fireballs out of the way. Yeah, like that. Like, legit, that'll block his fireballs.
Really?
That that path is not good. There's no jumping room.
I don't know if there's a different path there.
Let's take a look. I have a theory, but I don't know if it'll work.
Dracula's castle.
Is that his new story time where he just talks to kids with a nice book? Say,
Yeah.
jump down to the right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah!
I didn't want to fuck with that.
Do not blame you. Yeah! We fucking did it! No.
I do not feel accomplished.
Oh.
This looks like horse shit.
Have you turned into Arnold all of a sudden? What's this accent?
What? I don't know. It's the same story I was telling, the Nick Bart story. And
Oh.
I think that's it, cause that freaking, like, impression of freaking...
Oh.
Oh, hey, we're invincible, I think. Yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it.
Okay.
Alright, let's stop doing it.
I really wish that the game would at least give you, like, a little bit of indication not to go ahead. It's like, oh, have a beeping sound. That's what NES games did, damn it.
Or, you know, like fucking Mario had just like a song that happened.
Yeah. Just... Well, once you learn
Everybody knows the fucking...
Oh. No, don't jump over that.
I don't think so.
No, I think... Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, the impression of Morgan Freeman. Wow, my brain.
Wow. That's just instant death.
Hey, guess where we get to start from?
The beginning? I love restarting.
This is bullshit.
This is.
Fuck
Absolutely.
this. This is gonna be a short episode, Dave. But maybe, you know, fish, whatever the fuck we were saying. It's just fucking I'm gonna skip ahead.
Okay, no.
Start the next episode not here.
Okay, that's fine. But I don't even know what I was saying anymore. I'm just so shocked that the game just sent us back. What was I talking about?
All the way back.
This game's...
All the way back.
I just want to continue on. Fuck you, Stage 8.
What we do is to go back.